Hi Sagittarius, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity in your personal lives, in your career, and in your relationships, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Sagittarians, we begin the month with Mars that is going direct, and Mars has been retrograde since the last 2.5 months, and it went direct on 29th of June. And it's direct in a part of your chart that is all about behind the scenes activities. It's about research work. It's a place where we go and recharge our emotional batteries. Now, for you Sagittarians, there's been while last month there was a lot of focus on love, relationships, commitment. This month, with Mars coming and activating this part of your chart, it's a house of service. It's asking you to volunteer your services, maybe to a cause that you're attached with, or even you could go to an animal shelter, teach the underprivileged, and be a part of a larger community per se. It's really a time to be sharing your knowledge, sharing of your time and of your resources, Sagittarians. And it has a lot of karmic connotations over here. For some of you who are not able to find the time to do all these activities at your workplace, maybe you could mentor some people. Maybe you could take a few people under your wing and you could train them. This could be your way of giving back as well. However, try not to do anything rashly, Sagittarians, because the Martian energy can be often be not just aggressive, it can also be impulsive. And because this has to do with research work, it has to do behind the scenes, this also has to do, it's a house of secrets as well. So ensure that you don't accidentally slip out somebody's secret, and you may just feel, oh, it's not such a big deal, and it just turns out to be a huge scandal. So try and sort of try and stay as transparent as possible. Try and keep it simple and honest. As we begin the month, in the first couple of weeks, the focus is going to be there in your house of joint resources, finances, sexuality, and intimacy. And this is also the house of transformation. And over here, we have Mercury, which is followed by Venus. And towards the end of the month, we have Sun that is again coming over here. Now, there seem to be a lot of conversations that are going around as far as finances are concerned, how it is that the money needs to be split. How much of a share do you give, and how much of a percent of a share does your partner give? And besides the personal sharing or of the resources, or who gets whom what and how it is then further shared at your workplace, also amongst your partnerships, at your business partnerships, you could be either, it could be a part of a firm which has equities or ESOPs that you're about to take, and you could be talking about how much of a share do you take, or how much of a share is owed to you. Some of you could just be in the process of diluting your shares which the company owes you. And for some, it could just be a plain and simple budgeting exercise that you could be getting together with your CA, and you could just be seeing as to how it is that the money needs to be organized. Overall, because this also deals with intimacy issues, you could find yourself talking a lot about, maybe if there have been intimacy issues, maybe if you are slightly if you have been slightly cagey about commitment, or if that brings up sort of whether old patterns, or it brings up a lot of unease in you as far as commitment is concerned, this is a time where you could be dealing with a lot of such. You could be talking about these conversations. You could be having it with your partner, you could be having it with your spouse, and you could be sort of be ironing it out. Because this is also a house of transformation, importantly, it's a time, Sagittarians, where it's a time to be letting go of deep-seated conditioning. It's a time to be letting go of patterns. It's a time to be letting go of preconceived notions that you may have had. And it's really a time to be looking afresh. And you may feel, it's the same jaded old relationship, or it's the same jaded old job. But if you were just to rewire your brain and look at things differently with a fresher perspective, you will be able to find the answers. Around the 13th, we have Venus that is going into a part of your chart that speaks about great conversations. It's also about the expansion of mind and some amount of travel as well. And Venus over here is followed by Mercury. And a lot of I think a thirst for knowledge. A lot of you are going to be studying, maybe even taking a short course. A lot of you could just be traveling to expand your mind. Maybe some of you could be traveling out of the country. This also indicates meeting up of people from um, different cultures, different geographies, and understanding as to how it is that they operate. For some of you, you could be working out of your international offices. For some of you, you could just be trying out international cuisines, and you could just be quite you could be excited about it, and you could be quite in an exploratory mode around this time. Some of you are literally going to be taking a trip during this time just to sort of expand your mind, or the idea would be again to be exploring a new country, a new city, and seeing as to how it is that people live and what their cultures are, and sampling their cuisine. Venus being there, it seems to be really lovely and gentle, and it seems to be all very positive. So make good use of this particular transit. On the 19th, we have a full moon in Capricorn, and we have Pluto that is there in Capricorn. In fact, Pluto entered Capricorn in around 2008, and he carries on being there till 2024. And Pluto is the god of underworld, and as per the Greek mythology, he was banned to the underworld by Zeus, who's the god of the sky, that's Jupiter, because he had abducted Persephone, that's his queen, and they pretty much ruled the underworld. Now Hades, that's Pluto's another name as per Greek mythology. Now Hades pretty much goes deep within, since he lives under the surface. Anything that has to do with our deep psyche, anything that has to do with psychological issues, even I would say the dark part of our soul is governed by Pluto. In fact, activities like whether they're paranormal activities, criminology, or whether it has even dictatorship, fascism, everything, or all these things are very, very Plutonian. However, immense dedication and devotion is also very Plutonian. However, Pluto tends to, it's really a planet of revelation. It goes really deep underneath, and in fact, even plumbing. Your house plumbing as well comes under Pluto. Now, Pluto goes really deep underneath, and it digs out everything. It digs, it digs, it digs. And the fact that it takes that long a time in each zodiac, you pretty much have a complete overhaul by the time Pluto is done with you. So unlike a Saturnian energy, which will just sort of take you to the blackboard and make you learn the lessons, Pluto is very, very powerful, and it's ironical how a lot of astrologers call it as a dwarf planet. I mean, considering how potent and fatal it can be. However, with the full moon being there in Capricorn, and with Pluto being over there, and full moon it's very emotional. It's an extremely emotional energy. It's all around. It's culminating, something is coming to an end, and for you it is happening in a part of your chart that speaks about money. It speaks about your earned income. So this is your job, really, it's talking about it, and it also speaks about your self-worth. And because Pluto's in Capricorn, and Capricorn really is about material things, so this is a time where you could be worried about your financial security. How much money is it that you make? How much more money do you need to be making for your future security? Or maybe you could be looking at money and saying, how can I supplement this income? And it's also a time where you're looking at tangible assets, tangible things that can make you more secure. And it's a time where you could finish paying a loan somewhere, maybe an EMI, maybe a due. Maybe for some of you it can also be literally be if a project or a personal project, say if you have an asset and it hasn't worked out really well, you could be disposing of that asset as well during this time. But broadly it would be covering your taxes, it would be covering your debts, loans, EMIs, and also this is also about your self-worth, Sagittarians. And Pluto being over here, it would have dug for sure. It would still be digging. as to what is it that makes you feel good. Is it the amount of money that you have in bank? Is that what that you is it that you're sizing yourself up for? uh, does it have to do for the number of cars that you have in the house, your address, or your designation? So all these things Pluto is going to be asking you about your self-worth. And over here there would have been some amount of clarity along with this transformation. A revelation would have come about where a lot of you would have come to accept and acknowledge and know that, I'm far more than my bank balance. I'm far more than my job. My work does not define me. My bank balance does not define me. And it's really ultimately it's who you are from inside that is what would be attracting everything good from the universe for you. Around the 23rd, we have Sun, and Sun is there again in your part of your chart. That is about expansion. It's about awakening. A little bit of international travel, and also it's a time wherein that your focus is really going to be expanding your world, Sagittarius, and you're really on an expansive mode. And I think it's fantastic for you because Sagittarians are they're the gypsy souls of all the zodiacs. You love freedom, you love traveling, you love expansion as much as, so it comes very naturally to you. And so it's a great time to be learning as well. It's a great time to be learning subjects like philosophy, astrology, and it's a great time to be maybe having conversation discussions on value system beliefs. And it's a time really where you would be very happy dealing with the bigger picture, Sagittarians. You're not going to be really not just happy, but I don't think so. Your focus is going to be there, to be taking care of the minute details. So ensure you don't sort of involve yourself into something that really, really requires a lot of detail, a lot of careful look at, especially if it's like you're doing some grand revenue numbers. So be extremely careful if you're working on those complicated Excel sheets. You're more happy with the broader bit of work during this time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Sagittarians. A quick reminder for those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Do remember to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.